Hi. Stay if you want to hear exactly how I combine EFT tapping with chakra work and Ho'oponopono. What I will be sharing in this video is exactly how I use it all together for clearing all of the issues that I was getting and I still get. And it works wonders. It really works wonders. It has cleared so many situations from health issues, from how I'm feeling overall, panic attacks, social anxiety, external circumstances that seemed impossible to clear up just magically get cleared up after doing a combination of tapping with Ho'oponopono. It's just crazy. If you have not been in this world of these practices, then you might think, well, that's just impossible. It's just talking nonsense. It was probably just coincidences, but it was such complicated situations that with really out of nowhere solutions that I don't believe it could be. It could be so many coincidences anymore. But in any case, I will do another video where I go to the situations that have worked out miraculously with this, but this one will be just on how I use it. So the most important thing that I do is identify the beliefs that I have about the problem. So if it's pain, if it's like an emotional problem like anxiety, panic attacks, or external issues like not being happy in the job, or having a problem with a friend or family, or not having enough money, having a complicated situation with anything, whatever it is, I always start by writing it down without taking anything into consideration yet. And for the purpose of this video, so I can explain it on a concrete example, I will explain it on something that might be relatable to you, because it's something that a lot of us struggle with, and I will go into those fears connected to disappointing others, that are connected to people pleasing, not believing in ourselves, wanting validation, etc. And this is something that most of us have struggled with at least at a big portion of our life, if not through our whole lives. And in different regions, those still do come up for me, which is why it's an easy example for me to do this on, because it's relatable for both of all of us, probably. And so the first thing, when I said that I write down what I'm going through without taking anything into consideration. So this would be just like journaling. So you would write not exactly what is happening, but it would be, okay, so I have this fear of trusting myself because others have a different opinion of what I'm going through, or I'm afraid that if I don't go there and there, my friend will be unhappy with me, or I'm afraid that if I do this thing that I want, my partner or my mother or whoever would be disappointed, or start a fight with us, or anything like that. And when writing those down, then I see, okay, So now I have something that is actually connected to the solar plexus. You don't need to know the specifics about chakras. This is one of the chakras. This is the one connected to our personal power, self-worth, healthy boundaries. And it's actually the one that gives us power to do anything. So if this chakra is blocked, we are giving a lot of our energy away to other people and external situations instead of keeping it to ourselves for completing our goals and our motivations, because we are stuck in worrying what someone else will think and doubting ourselves, and this wastes a lot of energy. So when I notice something is connected specifically to a chakra, for example, those things are also connected to worrying about how we are perceived, how we should be saying stuff, if we are too I don't know, not feminine enough or not masculine enough, whatever it is, or not pretty enough. Those are also all connected to the solar plexus. So when I see that I have worries that are connected to one specific chakra, then I know, okay, so everything connected to this chakra is actually something that I can include in tapping. But if you do not have the chakra experience, you don't need to connect it with the chakra. You can just tap on the beliefs that you come to. So what we wrote, I worry, blah blah blah. From there, we would get the beliefs. So from the ones I'm worried how they will react if I do not go to that party that I don't want to go, for example. The belief there would be I am responsible for other people's feelings. It can be a lot of other things behind that as well. But one of those things connected to people pleasing and self-doubt is definitely this, that we think that we are responsible for other people's feelings, and of course we shouldn't be mean on purpose or do something that will make others feel bad on purpose. But this is very different than choosing just something that we want that is not related to us wanting to hurt the other person. We just don't want to go to the party, we just don't enjoy our time there, and we know the other person will be sad, but it is actually not our responsibility to make them happy. They themselves then have the opportunity to deal with their own things that come up by this. They could, for example, at this spot could be feeling that, they are abandoned or that we are not choosing them, and this is all valid. They can feel that. It's not that you are doing this for them to feel this, but they can still feel that, and then they could be tapping later. When we go into tapping, you'll see how, but they could be tapping on those feelings. But we each have the responsibility to solve our own issues that come up. So for us right now, we are feeling something like this, connected to people pleasing, responsibility for others' feelings, self-doubt, etc. And when we have the beliefs, which would be, yes, this, I'm responsible for other people's feelings, I have no right to make my own decisions if others do not approve, my self-worth is connected to how others perceive me. In order for me to be valuable, others need to validate my worth, something like this. It could be a lot of different beliefs, but when you arrive at the beliefs, when you see what at core is really happening behind the scenes, and this is not a 2-minute work for me, because I've been doing this for months every day. I see the beliefs quickly for myself. But if you are new to this, just take your time and see what could be, and try to think, okay, why do I feel this way? What could be behind what I'm feeling? And don't go into, oh yeah, they are wrong, they are making me feel this. No, you need to find what you believe that is making you feel bad about the others' behavior. Come back to what you believe, because later when we will be tapping, I also include NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming, in how I tap. And there you are basically taking into consideration that our subconscious, where we are actually storing our beliefs, only knows the present, the self, and the positive. So the subconscious doesn't relate to, oh, they are bad. It hears, I am bad. You see why it makes no sense to go into what they are doing wrong. You just, if you want the situation to solve itself, you need to see what you believe. Okay, this is, for example, if you feel anger at the other person. Okay, why are you angry? What did they do that it made you angry? If they lied to you, or they are gaslighting you, or something like this, then go, okay, they are gaslighting me, but what about myself? Do I believe in myself? Do I feel worthy enough that I believe in myself, even if the other person is not believing me or in me or validating my feelings or my experiences? Do I feel worthy in all of this? Because when we are angry at someone else that they are not validating us, usually it's also that we are not validating ourselves enough. When we are, then their non-validation doesn't hurt us anymore. It's not pleasant, of course, but then you can see, oh, okay, that person does not hear me. They do not see me. I do not want to have a relationship with a person that doesn't see me or want to understand me. And then it's not about you proving yourself to them anymore. Then it's just you seeing it from your own power. Ah, okay, they can't give me that, but it's okay because I am giving myself that. I believe in me. And I know that I don't need this relationship. If it isn't working for me, if the other person isn't seeing me or hearing me, and this is important to me, then I don't need to continue with this relationship. And things like this are something that tapping can give you: the clarity, the calmness in yourself, the clarity, and working just from this peaceful state of mind, not in anger, in fear, in vengeance. So that's why the beliefs are really important to come to us. What do I believe? What do I have to clear about this? And then when we have the most important part, the rest is actually childishly easy. It's crazy how easy it is. So for tapping, you are tapping on your meridian points, which are the same points that are used in acupuncture, acupressure, in Chinese traditional medicine, which has been used for more than 5,000 years. And what you are doing is you are basically connecting to the belief, because you have the belief or the emotion envisioned, like in your mind, and then when you tap on the points, it connects you to whichever spot you have that belief stored in the body, and a lot of it is here in the hip area. A lot of it is also here in this area. And sometimes I can even feel it physically clearing from somewhere. Usually not, but it happened a few times that I could feel it clearing physically from from an area in my body. And when it connects you to this area, I've read countless books on EFT tapping, really all of everything that I could find. And actually none of them have an explanation how exactly it works. It just works. My view of this, how I think it works, is that with this subtle vibration of tapping on the meridian, you are connecting to where it's stored in the body. This the books agree on. But because emotions are not stored directly in the physical body, but in your emotional body that overlaps with the physical body, I think there's some bridge that this vibration goes through, cuts through to the emotional one, and then from there releases it. But in order for it to work, we don't need to know how exactly it works. It's just how I envision it now. When I started working with it, I had no idea and wasn't even thinking how it works. So in order for it to work, you don't need to know. And yeah, we tap on the meridians and we will do a round all together. I will just explain how I use Ho'oponopono with it as well. So Ho'oponopono is also an ancient practice, but it is actually from the Hawaiian region. And it has been used in another version, more in a tribe-like setting, in their everyday life for I don't know how long time, but thousands of years as well. And just a few decades ago, some people that I forgot their name, I think Dr. Lu, I will write the names so I give them credit. They have simplified this to a simpler version that you can do on your own without a whole tribe around you. And it all comes down to saying 4 phrases that have a lot of meaning behind them. So we say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And even just those short phrases actually do a lot in our body because they have a lot of frequential power, like an energetical power. So gratitude and love, when we say thank you, I love you, this puts us in a higher frequency. And from there we are able to more easily release stuff and see it from a bigger perspective. And then the I'm sorry, please forgive me also have a lot of power, even if we are using it just by itself without the longer version. Because we are basically putting ourselves from the pedestal of being the only one right, being the, oh, he did that, she did that, blah, 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 I'm so angry, I want vengeance. And we go to the, please forgive me for keeping all this anger, for seeing just my part of the story. Please forgive me for not seeing that you are also teaching me something, even if that is just how to make a healthy boundary, even if that is just for me to see how to take better care of myself, to not let others take advantage of me, even if it's just this, the person is teaching you something. And when we go into that switch to see, okay, it's not I am the holy grail and they are the demon, but we each have the like good and bad in ourselves, and it makes no sense for us to hold the grudge and be on the pedestal and put the other person down, because actually by doing that we are keeping ourselves down as well, holding on to grudges and anger and feelings of revenge is blocking us so much from moving forward and from moving higher. So in general, even just saying those four phrases alone during the day, when you notice that you're angry at someone and don't have time for the full round of tapping, which we will now do, also puts you in a state of being more relaxed. You can go from being angry, like you can test this in traffic. For example, you're stuck in traffic, you need to be somewhere, you are angry, oh, what are they doing? Why can't they do it right? Blah, blah. And you can just say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Just you don't need to think more about it. Just saying that a few times, you will see that you go in a calm state and to a wider perspective, to a perspective where you see, okay, this is happening, I can't do anything about it, it just is what it is. So I can either scream here at nobody and take my energy out, like just blow all my energy out, or I can keep my energy to myself, I can put some music on, I can sing, I can be in a good mood, and that's it. So that's what I do. If I get irritated by something, I just use the short version, and with tapping I usually use a slightly longer version, because what those stand for is yeah, I'm sorry, for example. Here would be what we will be tapping on. We will go into like, I'm sorry for, we will be saying this to ourselves and to the higher power. I'm sorry for keeping myself small. I am sorry for always doubting in myself. I'm sorry for not believing in myself. Please forgive me for not seeing my own power, my own worth. Thank you for protecting me even when I can't protect myself. Thank you for releasing this fear, this guilt, this responsibility for things I'm not actually responsible for. I love you, which you say to yourself, to the higher power, to everyone and everything. You just radiate out the feeling of love, like, I love you. And this is what I usually end the tapping with. And what is wonderful about this practice is that I usually just need to do it once to release it. When I go through the book, like the notebook where I write all of those, and sometimes check back what problems I had or which feelings I was not able to release through normal work, just thinking about it, then I'm often really surprised by the issues that I had and emotions I was not able to release, because then I tapped, I went through this once, and it released. Of course, new things come up, of course, because it's like an onion. When you clear the first layers, new layers, of course, become visible. But the thing is that the outer ones are much, much bigger and harder. The more in you go, the more soft, the smaller they are. So the inner ones are not causing much of the issues anymore, even if you do not tap on the inner ones anymore, and just do the outer layers that are causing you the most issues. That it's really powerful, because it saved me from like the last stage burnout, where I was not able to move my body for weeks. I was just like this, barely being, like, my upper body was unmovable. It was hell, because I have a toddler and I'm alone with him, and you can't just leave a 1-year-old to take care of himself. It's not possible. He needs constant attention, and he was waking up 30 times a night for 2 years. I won't go into this now, but I've had my fair share hard things. I'm not just saying, oh yeah, my life was always butterflies, and I am now trying to teach you how to solve some issues. But anyway, let's go into the tapping now, into the actual tapping. I wanted to explain what we are doing first, and how I like to start it is with 3 long breaths, and then when I will be saying stuff, you can repeat them after me out loud, but it's not actually needed. You can just think it in your mind and tap approximately where I'm tapping. I will also put a picture, but just the approximate location is okay. For example, here I tap on the whole region. You can tap just on one part, but it doesn't matter that much because the vibration that you're doing is traveling like on the area, and this is enough even if the location is not exact. Also, it doesn't matter on which side you are tapping. You can switch. Sometimes you can go here, here. It doesn't matter because the meridians on both sides are the same. Okay, so let's now go into it. So, 3 long breaths, and I like to imagine the breath going into like to the bottom, to this area, like to the root chakra, and then when I inhale it, so it goes up and out, and exhale it back down. But you can do regular breaths as well. This is not necessary. I just like to include some chakra work with it. Okay. Okay. This basically switches us to our parasympathetic nervous system. So we are a bit more relaxed and can more easily heal, because tapping is very, very, very healing. Okay, so we will be tapping now on the solar plexus issues, which I've mentioned, and we can go through you can tap either to what I'm saying, or you can also add your own examples, exactly what connected to this topic you are feeling. So I will go through something that was relatable to me last week. So even though I sometimes doubt in my experiences, in my emotions, I accept myself. I accept myself fully and completely. Even though I am still looking for outside validation, for someone else to tell me that what I'm going through is valid, is really happening. Even though I am still looking for outside confirmation, I accept myself. I accept myself and love myself fully and completely. I accept even this doubt, this fear of being judged, this fear of speaking up my mind, this fear of being criticized for speaking up, this fear of being rejected for what I say, this fear of hurting others' feelings by telling my truth. I accept my fear. I accept my feelings. I accept myself even if by being myself, I might be hurting someone else. I accept myself even if by being myself, I might be triggering someone. Things that I say might be triggering to others. They might trigger their own unresolved experiences, issues, and I accept myself. I accept that I have the right to live my own experience authentically. I accept that I have the right to my own truth, to speaking my own authentic truth. Even though I've been giving away so much power by worrying about how others will take it, by worrying what others think about me, my experiences, my words, how I'm saying them, how I look, how I behave, even though I've been worrying about how others perceive me and looking for this outside validation, I accept myself. I accept myself and love myself fully and completely. I am now releasing this need for outside validation. I accept that I do still like it, but I feel ready to release it. I feel ready to release the need for outside confirmations and validation. I am ready to accept myself just as I am. I am ready to take back my power. I am ready to live in my authentic truth. I am ready to live in my power. I claim my right to live authentically. I am worthy of myself. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of success. I choose to trust in my inner guidance. I choose to trust in my experience. I choose to trust in my emotions. I claim the right to make my own decisions and stand by them. We now go into the last version of the last round of Ho'oponopono. And here I also tap. I am sorry for all the times that I doubted my strength, my experiences, my emotions. I'm sorry for all the times that I doubted that I am lovable. Please forgive me for putting myself down so I would not trigger others. Please forgive me for not living authentically in order to get others' approval and validation. Please forgive me for all the times from this life and past lives from which I have gotten those beliefs that I need to live how others want me to. Please forgive me on the cellular level, in all times, in all spaces, for this need to be validated. Please forgive me in all places, in all times, for not feeling worthy. I am now ready to feel worthy. I am now ready to feel what I feel unapologetically. I am now ready to live authentically. Thank you for protecting me, even when I can't protect myself. Thank you for helping me release all this from all times and all spaces, in all dimensions. Thank you. I love you. So yeah, this would be what I do. This is basically my full practice, how I use it all together. And I will be making more videos with just examples without the explanation, but I really hope the explanation helped you as well. I hope you liked the video, and I would be very happy to read about anything, either experiences, either how you felt doing the tapping with me, anything. Because yes, even though I do not need the confirmation or validation anymore, I do still like it. So I would be happy to hear about anything. Thank you.